really ambitious creators just might be the biggest procrastinators of us all. The stakes are high, all the things have really steep learning curves, and generally it's just scary to interface with that amount of potential. In this video, I'm going to lay out the 5 things you need to understand to beat procrastination and overthinking so you can achieve that bold vision and enjoy it. These are the core things I've used to help hundreds of other creators do the same. And if you're ready to unlock that screaming eagle inside of yourself, hit the link below or sign up for my email list. Okay, first of all, why beat procrastination? As a creator, why not just spend most of your time staring at the wonder wall of infinite possibilities and absorbing the vibes and collecting the signals, never having to really come down to earth to make any of them real? You may need to experience that. You may need to feel the pressure cooker of work undone and ideas not brought to fruition. I had to experience years of that until it led to massive overthinking and procrastination and perfectionism. But after overcoming that for myself and then working with a lot of others really closely, here's why you need to beat this. The worst is work undone. I was hospitalized with health anxiety that, come to find out, was because of this perfectionism, this fear, this procrastination, this loop of self-sabotage. It was rotting the core of my creativity, which was destroying my confidence, which was destroying my mental and physical health. And I see this everywhere now. Creative minds can't discern between creating good things or bad things. So when an ambitious, creative person gets stuck in this confidence-robbed inertia, it's fucking horrible. This harmful delay and fear and pent-up energy is at the core of a lot of our mental health crisis. And it's a huge reason why I work with people now. Okay, enough of the scary why. Let's get into some of the how. Okay, what is procrastination? For a creator, it's the avoidance of inevitable discomfort or inevitable success. Both require a shift in identity, which is hard. Procrastination is not a sign of weakness or laziness. It's often a complex mix of fear, anxiety, and perfectionism. So, firstly, acknowledge that it's a universal experience, rooted in the fear of discomfort, rooted in the fear of the unknown. Understanding that is crucial. Emotionally, we experience a lot of shame around procrastination because our society is obsessed with productivity. A little bit more on that later. But know that the actual wiring of your brain and of your nervous system is doing everything it can to just keep you safe. So it naturally avoids taking uncomfortable action. That brings us to number 2. You're a machine of anticipation. This is the neuroscience of delay. I'll link a couple studies for the nerds, but basically, the limbic system in your brain rewards you heavily with dopamine for anticipation, way more than it does for actual attainment, actual satiation. So the pursuit and the fantasy and the dream and the wanting often feels so much better than the having. And nobody talks about this when it comes to creative resistance. It feels so much better to create in your head than to bring these things down into scary reality. The neuroscience is sort of stacked against you when it comes to taking action, when it comes to actually finishing the thing. Anticipation often provides the instant gratification, not the completion. Number 3, you're a hero on a journey. The melodrama playing out the game of your self-identity and your potential really enjoys drama. See any of Carl Jung's work, see any of the movies and films and stories we absorb as a culture. The drama of your life very much includes a lot of delay and a lot of self-sabotage. You simply make things harder for yourself, however subconscious, to make your life more interesting. Yes, you do this. And as a highly creative person, you'll often make things so difficult for yourself for the sake of self-narrative that you end up becoming a high-functioning waiter a delayer, a procrastinator. So to work with this and to wield this literal mindfuck, you have to understand that the hero comes home. You, the hero, will eventually only be satisfied with a complete hero cycle where there is birth, there's struggle, there's death, there's victory, and not just endless births and struggles and births and struggles. And here's where it gets really practical. Number 4, killing the productivity worm. A productivity worm distracts with busy work and delays the deeply satisfying things that take perspective and deeply challenging effort. The worm is always moving, always consuming, overthinking, and regurgitating. And a lot of creators operate like this, but then wonder why they never break the cycle. And that leads to burnout, which then increases hesitation, fear, overthinking, and procrastination. This was me for a decade, and it crushed me. Breaking out of this doesn't mean that you just throw away consistency. It means that you create contrast and fully get away from your project or vision long enough to find clarity and to feel pulled back into it with power, not this semi-operational humdrum of exhaustion going through the motions shit. We're brainwashed into a factory mindset. We are 1000% obsessed with productivity. And that ironically causes a lot of us to be sort of stuck in second gear all of the time, running around, getting things done, but never really able to fully settle into anything and to be present for anything, to recognize what really needs to be done and what we really want to do. As a creator, your greatest weapon is your intuition, your gut instinct. And that instinct gets totally ignored and eventually buried when you're constantly obsessed with productivity and stuck in second gear, when you're constantly available to the voice that says you're not doing enough. So to kill the productivity worm, you have to rest really hard and then work really hard. Find the kill switch and find sixth gear. Get out of the second and third gear that most people are living in all of the time. Highly ambitious creators procrastinate because they carry too much weight around all of the time. Put all of that weight down and then pick it up for short bursts. And that leads us to the final point today. Be a master of mistakes. Iteration will always be the universal queen, space, king, master of fucking everything. The fundamental reason why we become stuck in procrastination is because we fail to see every single action as a test. Every action is just a chance to uncover better action, and then better action, and then better action. Creativity is usually not clear forward movement. Creativity is excavation, it's digging. It's the muddy dog on the beach who smells the bone. The vision you have, the ideas you want to express, the business you want to build, the reality you want to live in already is formed in so many ways. It just needs to be uncovered by you, one little shovel scoop at a time. And that takes aggressive iteration, seeing every single movement as subject to change, as subject to just being a mistake, and seeing your whole pursuit as a culmination of 600 tiny little evolutions stacked on top of each other. Okay, my friend, that's it. Those 5 things are the key elements in beating procrastination and overthinking as a creator. And if you want a more in-depth blueprint on how to understand and tackle this stuff in the long run so you can unlock a creative beast inside of you, click the link below. Also sign up for my email list. Check out this video next. And as always, I believe in you.